Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. General Motors and the United Auto Workers have reached a tentative deal, according to a source familiar with the negotiations. Neither party would confirm the deal, but it could bring an end to a strike that has lasted nearly 6 weeks. Ford and Stellantis already have a tentative deal agreement. The strike is estimated to have cost the U.S. economy nearly $10 billion, while costing workers over $300 million in lost wages. All three deals must be ratified by rank-and-file workers. Former Vice President Mike Pence is suspending his campaign for president. Pence has faced poor poll numbers and the campaign is struggling financially. A major concern was that Pence wouldn't qualify for a third debate stage next month. That concern led to the announcement at the Republican Jewish Coalition in Las Vegas.
Now, I'm leaving this campaign, but let me promise you, I will never leave the fight for conservative values, and I will never stop fighting to elect principled Republican leaders to every office in the land. So help me God.
Pence vowed to back the eventual GOP nominee and shot down the idea of being a vice presidential nominee again. Trump continues to be the dominant candidate in the 2024 race. Former President Trump is leading all other GOP candidates in Iowa with 43% of likely caucus goers. That's the latest Des Moines Register NBC News Mediacom Iowa poll. It shows Nikki Haley's support is up 10 points from 6% in the previous Iowa poll, the single largest increase in support for any candidate. Both Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis are tied for second place. Meanwhile, Christie, who's also running for president, says that there's no chance former President Trump can beat President Biden in an election. Christie says that it's because Trump's fighting multiple cases in court for his attempt to overturn the 2020 election.
Donald Trump is not going to be able to beat Joe Biden from a courtroom in Washington, D.C., while he's fighting his indictment on the January 6th case. And let me tell you, that indictment got much tougher for him to beat when his own chief of staff has now accepted immunity and will testify against him about the lies he told in the aftermath of January 6th and what he was told.
Christie has focused most of his campaign on attacking Trump, pledging not to support Trump if he becomes the nominee. Meanwhile, some Democrats are worried that Biden can't beat Trump in a general election. Representative Dean Phillips says that's why he's challenging Biden for the Democratic nomination.
It's very clear. President Biden, a man I admire, much of the country admires, is not going to beat Donald Trump in the next election. The numbers are clear. People are speaking up. I'm hearing it. In fact, we talk about misinformation in this country around the world. The political industrial class in Washington says the same thing I'm saying every day in quiet tones. I'm only saying the quiet part out loud.
Phillips is a businessman and politician serving Minnesota's 3rd district since 2019. Phillips defeated 6-term Republican incumbent Eric Paulson in 2018, making him the first Democrat to win the seat since 1958. The Biden administration has unveiled a sweeping executive order aiming to monitor and regulate the risk associated with artificial intelligence. The Advocate Channel's Mike Valero has the latest.
Artificial intelligence technology is advancing rapidly, and the federal government is scrambling to keep up.
I'm about to sign an executive order that is the most significant action any government anywhere in the world has ever taken on AI safety, security, and trust.
The White House unveiling a sweeping new executive order Monday aimed at mitigating the risks of AI while also harnessing its potential.
To realize the promise of AI and avoid the risk, we need to govern this technology.
According to the Biden administration, the order will require all AI developers to share results of their safety tests with the federal government before they're released to the public, compel companies to notify the government if an AI model in development poses national security, economic, or health risks, ease immigration barriers for skilled workers to study and stay in the U.S., establish standards to prevent AI production of dangerous biological materials, and develop best practices to minimize the risks of AI displacing human workers. Among a number of other key concerns, Harvard's Bruce Schneier says getting AI regulation right is critical.
They're not freewheeling technologies. They're more like pharmaceuticals. You get them wrong and people die.
He says AI has the potential to transform the way we live and work for the better if the technology is kept in check.
This is going to be the beginning of a very long international process, but it's a start, and it's an important start.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Thanks so much for joining us for AC 24/7. For more, go to theadvocatechannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. For the Advocate Channel, I'm Aaron Dean.